Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Fucked up in these streets, child. Let me read this.
All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody hit the like button. Like button. Hit the like button. Somebody I know may have damaged my laptop. Yeah, somebody I may know punctured my laptop, and that's that little circle. Hold on, let me see if I can show y'all. Yep, you see that little black dot in the middle of her lip? Yep. Somebody did my laptop dirty. Expensive laptop too. Guess we'll have to work around it. If y'all want me to stay on 2 hours, I'm looking for a $15 live stream goal. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs is preferred. All at the top of the chat. Or you can do super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Even though YouTube take 30% off the top and make me wait 30 days to get it. 70% of something is better than 100% of nothing. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor, king or queen of the stream. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Bree gang, let me know something in the live chat. Just let me know you in here rocking with me. And let's see, what are we going over first? Let's see what Anton talking about.
I made the extremely tough decision to leave my husband last year after being with him for 20. I made the extremely tough decision to leave my husband last year after being with him for 21 years. We were married for 8 years. And my ex-husband is not a bad guy, wonderful father. But there were some things that would send people into orbit when I would tell them things. Like, number one, and I'm not exaggerating, my ex-husband did not tell me that he loved me. That sends people into outer space when I tell them that. That was something that I accepted, we'll call it accepted, but now I see it as settling. I had accepted this about him, but what ended up happening is years and years and years of what I will consider emotional neglect.
You know what I'm gonna say.
Funky dog hit, bitch. How dare you, punk motherfucker? Back off, bitch, before.
So I'm gonna say he made a terrible mistake by marrying a woman with a big ass tattoo on her hand, like essentially multiple big ass tattoos on her hand and a nose ring. This isn't wife material. Hey, but I guess I got to give her credit. She made it 8 years. That's more than I would have predicted just based off looking at her hand. Emotional neglect because he didn't say he loved you. Did he show you he loved you? Maybe that wasn't his love language. I hope they didn't have kids for God's sake. Or did she already say? Yeah, she already said he was a great dad, I think. This woman's a terrible person, but let's continue. I'll say this. I don't know what she thinks is waiting for on the other end of her marriage. A tatted up 40-plus-year-old woman with kids and a nose ring? Yeah, I don't know what she think is waiting on her on the other side. Hit the like button, please.
Accepted this about him. But what ended up happening is years and years and years of what I will consider emotional neglect unintentionally. I began to resent him. And there's a few videos that I want to make of things that I've learned, especially with us.
How do you like the lip filler? This woman is miserable and unhappy, and she was gonna be miserable and unhappy no matter what this man did or didn't do. We don't need any more evidence other than the lip filler, the nose ring, and the hand tattoos. She was forever broken long before she probably even met this dude. But they always gotta have a male scapegoat for their mental illness.
There's a few videos that I want to make of things that I've learned, especially with us coming up on 1 year divorced, and what I learned about divorcing the good guy and what a villain that makes you, how hard it is on your kids. I just want this to reach someone going through the same thing or thinking about divorcing the.
This bitch got the regular nose ring and the bull ring. Double nose ring chronicles. It might be triple. I might just be overlooking it. But she definitely has earned this.
Metal in her face, yeah, she's a disgrace. It's the Bull Ring Chronicles. Metal in her face, yeah, she's a disgrace. It's the Bull Ring Chronicles. Metal in her face, yeah, she's a disgrace. It's the Bull Ring Chronicles. Metal in her face, yeah, she's a disgrace. It's the Bull Ring Chronicles.
How hard it is on your kids. I just want this to reach someone going through the same thing or thinking about divorcing the good guy. And if you have questions, if you have concerns that you have for yourself or your kids, drop it in the comments. I'd love for somebody to ask me something because I feel like my story can help somebody.
All of these women say the same thing. You know what? I'm on the internet and I'm doing this because I feel like my story can help somebody else. Well, here's my question. Did this create a better or a worse environment for your children? Because I didn't even know that you had children until you just mentioned it. Do you feel as though this is going to hurt and ruin the reputation of so-called quote unquote good guy, because everybody knows somebody that knows who you're talking about or who you're talking to when you decide to throw him under the bus on the internet? And then last but not least, do you think after a year of being divorced, and I'm assuming that you've probably tried to jump on an app or try to talk to somebody else, do you believe that you
Let's be clear. Let's be very clear about this. Most women are already talking to a guy before she files for divorce. Most women try to monkey branch, no matter how unhappy they are with their husband or whatever. They're not going to leave their marriage unless there's another guy to swing to. So I wouldn't be shocked if fucking 60% of women, if not, I'll say 80. I wouldn't be shocked if 80% of women who file for divorce for their husband was cheating on their husband before they filed for divorce.
you've actually had or made a smart decision because you were emotionally in a bad space because you started to resent him? Because for men, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't say I love you, but I can think of 10,000 worse things. And a lot of times for men, the way that we show that we love you is through our actions, not necessarily through our words. The words are the reinforcing of you bearing good fruit. Those would be my questions to this woman and to these women that decide, because they labeled him the good guy. And listen, first red flag, the first problem is that you start telling everybody else or having conversations with people outside of your relationship about what he was doing and what would send them into a loop because you knew what you was doing. And so we got to start going through and mining through this stuff because these people are not innocent. They know what they're doing. They know what they're putting themselves into. They then get influenced by other people, and that's how they determine that they're emotionally disconnected and start to build up resentment. And then they say, well, you know what? It's okay to divorce.
Let's be clear about this too. Um, Look, most of these women are gonna find something to resent you about. You know what I'm saying? Like over years of living in a house with a woman, she's gonna find something to resent you about. I promise. Because you don't fucking pick up your cup after you eat or something. You don't put the toilet seat down. It's always gonna be something. But once again, I'm gonna blame the guy on this one. Look at that fucking hand. Anything bad that happens to you, including getting smoked, if you decide to get in a serious relationship with a woman with a tattoo on her hand like that, hey, it was on you.
And then they say, well, you know what? It's okay to divorce the good guy.
We're going to start here.
No one talks about divorcing a good guy. I've been divorced twice, both of which were my decision, and neither one of them were abusing me or cheating on me. That doesn't mean there wasn't a pile of other reasons as to why we couldn't maintain a healthy relationship. People get divorced for all kinds of reasons. Maybe you don't agree on how to parent your kids. Maybe you suck at communicating and argue all the time. Maybe you don't.
I love that one though. I love that one. Maybe you don't agree on how to parent your kids, so divorcing is gonna make you agree on how to raise the kids. You still gotta raise the kids together, even if you're not married. So yeah, I love that one. I just look, women aren't marriage material. When I think about what marriage is supposed to mean, women aren't cut out for marriage. I'm just going. I think this the women filing for 70% of the divorces is proof of that. Women aren't cut out for serious relationships. Women are usually the ones that end relationships. Not to say that they're never for a good reason, but look, all these reasons aren't good reasons. Women are good for fucking and pushing out babies and cooking food for, a couple hours, serving it, and then they can go away. Like, seriously, like, most women aren't really good for a relationship. They're just not. Women are good in 2-hour increments. They're pretty much dog shit after that. Like, there's some women who are cool to hang out with for about 2 hours. There's some women who are cool to fuck. You know, you can fit that into 2 hours. There's some women who know how to cook good, be nice to you for a couple hours. After a couple hours, I feel like that's when everything goes downhill.
Maybe you don't agree on how to parent your kids. Maybe you suck at communicating and argue all the time. Maybe you don't agree on money.
Suck at communication. Those are like things that pretty much communication problems are something that come up in every marriage. You're just like I just said, you're just not wife material. Oh, I promise to stick with you through sickness and health until we have communication issues or we have a disagreement on how to parent the kids. Can you imagine if the vow said that?
Suck at communicating and argue all the time. Maybe you don't agree on money and you have financial issues. Maybe there's no intimacy and you feel like you're living with a roommate. Those are all valid reasons to not want to stay in a relationship. And if that's
Who are you trying to convince, man? The world or yourself? Who are you trying to convince? Look, we're gonna go over the Rumble to go over a Kendra G. I haven't even been keeping up with Kendra G like that. Um, but let me drop the Rumble link. We're gonna go over to we're gonna go over the Rumble when this goes off. You dig? Let me get the link. When I drop the Rumble link, you don't have to sign up to Rumble to watch. Just click the link and start watching. Let me change the title. If you want me to stay on 2 hours, let's get the donations up. Let's get the likes up on YouTube, even though we about to move over to Rumble. Got 8 people watching, only 2 likes. Please hit the like button.
This woman is fucking nuts. This woman is nuts.
Hoe for sure.
Yeah, I remember that girl. She was a hoe. For show.
issues. Maybe there's no intimacy and you feel like you're living with a roommate. Those are all valid reasons to not want to stay in a relationship. And if that's you, that doesn't make you a shitty person. You deserve to be happy.
We have it. Happiness. You deserve to be happy. Being a responsible adult almost is the antithesis of happiness. I mean, you can sprinkle happiness in there, but being a responsible adult is not about being happy. And a lot of time being a good person is not about being happy. A lot of times doing the right thing isn't going to be the thing that makes you happy. Yeah, any woman getting into a marriage expecting it to make her happy or expecting that she's going to be happy at least 70 to 80% of the time, she just shouldn't get into the marriage. It's just not what a marriage is about. I'm not gonna go down that road. But look, this woman will never stay in a relationship for the rest of her life, even if she gets into a relationship on her deathbed. That's clear.
And if that's you, that doesn't make you a shitty person. You deserve to be happy. And I'm proud of you for taking responsibility for your happiness and doing something about it. So stop beating yourself up for leaving someone you know in your soul wasn't your person.
There's no such thing as your person. This one special person that just out of all the billions of people in the world, this is the one person you was meant to be with. You're a clown. You're a childish fucking clown. I'll just leave it there.
Your soul wasn't your person. You're the one.
You know, what's interesting about that is all I hear is me, me, and more me. And thank you for taking responsibility for your happiness. If you feel a certain way at any point, it's not worked through it, it's not trying to figure it out, it's not taking your vows seriously. This is why you can't hold men accountable by saying that they're afraid of divorce, because most people are not in sickness and in health till death do us part, for richer or for poor. None of that matters. Not vetting and finding all of this stuff out before you decide to marry the person. But no, just run out and get married and then divorce and then get married again and then divorce, because according to this video that y'all sent me in my email, this woman is twice divorced. And apparently she is a person that capitalizes off of telling women that they should get divorced. Not my words. This is what you guys wrote in the email. But no level of responsibility. He's a good guy, but then women say things like this to justify walking away from something and breaking up their home and putting their children at a disadvantage, and not having both parents play a huge role and having the children observe how you treat your parents. You are what it is that you attract, and if you find yourself continuously in these same situations over and over again, you're the problem. You're the problem, especially if it happens more than once.
Someone you know in your soul wasn't your person.
You're the one initiating divorce, but you feel guilty as hell because he's a good guy. There isn't any big reason. He didn't cheat on you. He didn't steal from you. He's not beating you. He's a good guy, and you feel like shit because you know you need to divorce. You know you're not happy, and it's the right thing. But
how do y'all know what the right thing is and the wrong thing? A lot of y'all don't have good judgment.
Yeah, it's keeping you from actually pulling the trigger because you feel so guilty. I want to talk about this again. I talk about this a lot, and I just feel as though I need to keep reinforcing this message because I know that you need to hear this. You are not doing anything wrong by asking for a divorce. You are not doing anything wrong by saying, my happiness lies in a different path. But what you are doing is you are doing the right thing. You know, Brene Brown says, clear is kind. And if you stay because you feel guilty, you are not being clear and you are not being kind. Not only are you robbing yourself.
Let's be real though. These women are doing these men a huge favor. They're doing their kids a huge disservice, but they're doing like as an individual entity, they're doing the husband a huge fucking favor. Let's be clear, these women were fucking cunts in their marriage. So that's the bright side to all this.
Guilty. You are not being clear and you are not being kind. Not only are you robbing yourself of a chance at happiness, but you're robbing him at his chance for happiness too.
Yeah, do me a favor.
Because by staying, even though you want to leave, you are misleading him and you're keeping him from finding the happy, healthy relationship that he deserves as well. So don't kid yourself that by staying, you're doing the kind thing, because you're in your heart, you're not there. You're not committed anymore. You're not in love anymore. It's time for you to go.
Yeah, marriage isn't about love. I mean, y'all already know. Duty, commitment, responsibility, family, legacy. Look, If I had to put love and happiness on a list, it would definitely be the last two.
Not there, you're not committed anymore, you're not in love anymore, it's time for you to
Love.
go. So number one, you're not doing anything wrong. So the guilt you're feeling is actually not guilt, okay? Because
Women don't hold women accountable. Women make women feel better about the decisions that they should be accountable for.
guilt means you're doing something wrong, but you're not doing something wrong. And therefore, it's not guilt you're feeling, it's the discomfort of making a choice that you
Do you believe in God? Because in God's eyes, you're doing something terribly wrong. And I wonder, do these women ever think about, like, wow, I wonder, am I going to hell? I divorced a good man. Like, I wonder, do that ever cross their mind? Probably not. Well, they would be home in hell, so never mind.
She went so deep, she went past hell.
Well, I guess this is
She
what.
went past Satan, saying like, where are you going? You're home now.
know is going to be hard for somebody else, and it's the choice that he doesn't want. It's the discomfort of making a choice that is in alignment with your truth and with your values.
Your
and what
truth.
you know is right for you.
Got
You're
it.
uncomfortable about that because you know that it's going to be hard for him. Okay? So reframe it from guilt to discomfort. That's going to help you get out of that trap. And
I'm so sick of women giving women bad advice and ruining our cultures, ruining our communities, ruining our families, ruining people's lives, doing the worst thing that's for men. It's disrespectful, it's ugly, it's evil, and it's not right. And
I concur. We're about to go over to Rumble and go over a Kendra. Let me put the link in the chat again. It's already in the chat, but fuck it. I mean, ain't nobody commenting anyway, so yeah, it's in the chat. If you want me to stay on 2 hours, let's get the donations up. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. What up, X? Or you can do super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Or you can go on any video on my channel and just hit super chat and donate that way. But let's go over to Rumble. Thanks for everybody for stopping by here on YouTube. If you're not coming over to Rumble, I'll see you guys tomorrow probably. All right, we out. Over on Rumble it is. Hit the link. You don't have to sign up to watch. Just click the link and watch. I'm out.